Tucker in the 9T, the Area 51 suspension. Marty Williamson logging HPG wraps. Stafford Farms number 9T. And the final row of starters to the inside from Jonesboro, Louisiana. He's going to start 5th. It's the 40R of Chucky Robertson and the Umika Washington attorney. Doug Domina Farm and Feed. Hitman Designs Paradise Funeral Homes. Number 40R, that's the Minion Mobile for Chucky Robertson. And to his outside, starting 6th in heat race number 1 for the Statement Race Car Street Stocks from Cantonment, Florida, the number 18X of Trenton Norton. He's in the Coleman Motorsports, Strength Roofing and Siding, Ball Farms, Statement Race Car number 18X. So if you're watching on RaceON.com, we welcome you into the Rev here in Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Colin Bell, the voice of the Rev, Arclatech Speedway, and the Southern States Modified Series, presented by Schultz Fueling Technologies. We're thrilled to be here at the Rev for a Sunday Fun Day, event number 2 of the 2025 racing season. 25 races scheduled here in Monroe, Louisiana for this racing season. Lots of big things coming to the Rev this year. The Comp Cam Super Dirt Series will make 3 trips here. The Gulf South Crate Racing Association will make their appearances here as well. I believe 4 trips to the Rev. The Factory Stock Super Series will come here for a 2-day event. And the Southern States Modified Series will have their season finale. The Points Championship night will be here at the Rev as well. So the USRA Factory Stocks presented by Banner Ford going to pull onto the speedway. The first one out from Ruston, Louisiana, that's Wayne Patton, the ex of Shreveport, Louisiana. Sean Graham going to work around him. That is the Captain America car. Chris Kiefer in the B1. Nathan Monroe on the speedway in the 7M. The number 2 is CJ Howell from Dry Prong, Louisiana. The Triple T car, that is Austin Treshell. And behind him, it's going to be the 09 of Chris Freeland from Bastrop. So that is group number 1 of the banner Ford of Monroe USRA Factory Stocks. The 6 is Wayne Patton. The B1 of Chris Kiefer. The X of Sean Graham. The 2 is CJ Howell. The 7M is Nathan Monroe. The Triple T is Austin Trishell. And the 09 of Chris Freeland. We're going to have another group of USRA Factory Stocks rolling to the Speedway for their hot laps. And that will be the next one around. Looks like we switched up the running order. The factory stock heat race number 1 now taking shape. The 1S of Jamie Shirley not going to make the call. He was scheduled to start 8th. So Chris Kiefer going to be your pole sitter from West Monroe, Louisiana. In the Hitman Designs number B1. Dixie Towing, the Rev sponsored number B1. He's on the front row. To his outside, it's the Dixie Towing number 6 of Wayne Patton from Ruston, Louisiana. Inside of row number 2, the 7M of Nathan Monroe and the Terry Monroe Backhoe and Dozer Services. Days Marble and Granite. Team 2 Designs number 7M. To his outside, from Shreveport, Louisiana, the Just Racing Products, J&J Motorsports, Hitman Designs, WW Timber number X for Sean Graham. Inside of row number 3, it's Austin Trishell in the Triple T. To his outside, the Force Racing Chassis. Pure Insanity Motorsports, Ace Powder Coating, Hunter and Beck Attorneys, Papa Joe's Auto Sales, number 2 for CJ Howell. And your final starter, the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, number 09 for Chris Freeland. He's going to start from 7th. Again, Jamie Shirley not making his call in heat race number 1. He's from West Monroe, Louisiana. He's in the Southern Roofing, Ape Engines, Backwoods ATV Repair, Locksmith Security, number 1S, but not making his way out here. 8 laps is going to be the scheduled distance here for heat race number 1 of the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stocks. So once again, some of the best factory stock drivers you're going to find anywhere in the country right here in this heat race. Again, Sean Graham, a former Cajun Classic champion at the Arklatex Speedway. The 2 of CJ Howell starting to the outside of the 3rd row, going to be one to watch. A former Bayou Dirt Life Louisiana State Points champion. We're going to get green with Chris Kiefer and Wayne Patton starting us off here. On Sunday Fun Day at the Rev, we are green. Good start from Sean Graham. He'll work to the outside of Chris Kiefer. Now dives to the inside of Wayne Patton. Down the back straightaway they'll go. The 6 going to take the advantage over the X. The 2 is CJ Howell already into the 3rd spot. Trishell into 4th. Heavy smoke out of Chris Freeland in the 09. He'll drift up the speedway. Going to see if he can make his way to the infield and avoid the unsponsored caution flag. Trying to get him down there is flagman Justin Martin, but not going to be able to do so. And the unsponsored caution flag comes out here in heat race number 1 for the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stocks. So the CCR Converters, Freeland Power Sports, Freeland Land Services, 09 of Chris Freeland. Having some issues there. Here, 1 lap in of 8 scheduled for heat race number 1 of the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stocks. The 6 of Wayne Patton has the race lead at this point in the proceedings. The X of Sean Graham in 2nd, and the 2 of CJ Howell rounding out the top 3 at the moment. So once again, my name's Colin Bell, thrilled to be the voice of the Rev. If you're watching on RaceON.com, feel free to send us a message on Facebook, and we'll try to get you a shout throughout tonight's racing action. As I just stated, this is the unsponsored caution flag here at the Rev here in Monroe, Louisiana. Looking for a title sponsor for the caution flag. If you want your company to be mentioned every time someone messes up or has a parts failure, we can do that for you. Get with the Rev on Facebook. So I want to give a shout out to the producer on RaceON.com here tonight, Charles Wooten. Goes by Cody. He's producing from Wichita Falls, Texas. As us at RaceON are very happy to have the Rev back in action here in 2025. David and Misty Smith have purchased the property. And as I mentioned earlier, made multiple massive improvements to the facility here. Already a beautiful facility in Monroe, Louisiana. Added more dirt than was on it last time around. And right now looking like a pretty sporty racing surface. One lap into the racing for the evening. Danny Hendrick watching on RaceON.com as well. So we got 6 cars remaining as the 09 of Chris Freeland is being assisted off the speedway. Wayne Patton is your race leader. Sean Graham in second. Third belongs to the 2 of C.J. Howell. Chris Kiefer in the 4th position. Austin Treshelle in 5th. And Nathan Monroe is in 6th. So once again, this is the Banner Ford USRA factory stocks. Banner Ford of Monroe is just down the road from the Revolution Park here on Frontage Road in Monroe, Louisiana. So we have now got the 09 of Freeland to the infield. Lights will go out. And the 6 of Patton going to lead us back to green. Sean Graham going to choose the inside for the restart. Looks like we're going to have to go one more trip around before going to green.
And you know, Colin, one of the best races I have ever seen in my life. Started that man that's pulling into the infield right now, tough break for Sean Graham in the Triple X. He come out here one night and started dead last, worked his way up, and right when they rolled under the checkered flag, he was able to take over that number 1 spot. Cars are about to start. I'm going to turn it back over to Colin. Whoop, no, they're not. Anyway, I'm going to give it back to Colin.
Yeah, so the X of Sean Graham, your second place car into the infield and done here for the heat race. The WW Timber Jeff's Racing Products, J&J Motorsports by Jody Prince, Hitman Designs number X into the infield. And that'll move Chris Kiefer up into the 3rd position and move C.J. Howell into the 2nd spot now. Give a shout out to my parents. They are watching from Wichita, Kansas. They're up at the 81 Speedway watching the World of Outlaws rain out last night. It's a little bit of a haul to rain out. So we're going to go back to green. Wayne Patton just got his first victory back in racing last weekend at the Super B Speedway. Going to see if he can hold off C.J. Howell in the B1 of Chris Kiefer. We're back to green in heat race number 1 for the Banner Ford USRA factory stocks. And it's a great restart for the 2 of C.J. Howell. He's going to put the 8 engine to the outside of the 6 of Patton. Patton gets loose, and he's going to lose every spot on the speedway. Patton back to the 5th spot. The 2 of C.J. Howell takes the race lead. Nathan Monroe into the 2nd spot. Chris Kiefer, Austin Treshelle, and Wayne Patton now your 5 cars on the speedway. So C.J. Howell going to take the race lead in his Hunter and Beck Attorneys home-built Force chassis with an 8 engine powering the number 2. Nathan Monroe in the Terry Monroe backhoe and dozer service. Number 7M riding into the 2nd spot. A battle for the 3rd position between the B1 and the Triple T. The B1 of Chris Kiefer, the Triple T of Austin Treshelle, and the 6 of Wayne Patton. Now going to get involved with that one. A major blunder on that restart from the 6 of Patton, but he might be able to rebound for a podium finish here in heat race number 1 as we're just now halfway down. And Patton's going to get by both of those cars on the exit of turn number 4. Move the 6 back up into the 3rd spot. He'll slide in front of the Triple T of Treshelle as the 2 of C.J. Howell is absolutely gone here with 3 laps to go now for the Pure Insanity Motorsports number 2. 7M of Nathan Monroe still sits in the 2nd spot, and he might be prey for the number 6 of Wayne Patton, who's got that car back underneath him. Patton in the Dixie Towing Dugdale Deer Processing number 6 right into the back bumper of the 7M of Nathan Monroe with 2 laps to go now for CJ Howell. Wayne Patton going to get back into the second spot on the exit of turn number 4. 6 comes before 7. He'll slide up in front of him and take the second spot away. The 7M of Monroe now with smoke out of the right rear of that vehicle. Might be having a tire rub as the white flag is in the air for CJ Howell. A full straightaway ahead of the 6 of Wayne Patton. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The Ace Powder Coating, Hunter and Beckett Attorneys, Papa Joe's Auto Sales, Pure Insanity Motorsports, Ape Engine Force Chassis number 2. CJ Howell wins heat race number 1. Wayne Patton going to come around and finish second in the Dixie Towing, Dugdale Deer Processing number 6. Third will go to the 7M of Nathan Monroe, the Terry Monroe Backhoe and Dozer Service, Days Marble and Granite Team 2 Designs number 7M. Austin Trishelle going to finish 4th in the Triple T, and Chris Kiefer finishing 5th in the B1. The Rev sponsored Dixie Towing Hitman Designs B1 for Kiefer. So give him a hand. The first heat race winner of the night, CJ Howell from Dry Prong, Louisiana, the number 2, gets it done in Banner Ford of Monroe, USRA Factory Stock, heat race number 1. So heat race number 2 going to get set to roll onto the speedway once we clear heat race number 1. Just one way on and off here at the Rev. So heat race number 2 will line up in this fashion. On the pole from Dry Prong, Louisiana, it's the 2023 Cajun Classic champion at the Arclatech Speedway for $5,000. He's in the Parker Chairs and Swings, Murphy Oil Company, Ape Engines, Team 2 Designs, K&M Auto Rebuilders, number 9. It's John Parker Jr. from Dry Prong, Louisiana. To his outside, from Chatham, Louisiana, the J.D. Smith Trucking, Next Level Designs, Blackbird Off-Road Outlaw Race Car, Super B sponsored number 93 for Caleb Smith. Starting inside of row number 2, it is the reigning King of the Hill champion for $10,000 at the Boot Hill Speedway, the 125 of Mark Underwood Jr. from Ruston, Louisiana. He is in the Floorworks, Bobby's Body Shop, Tech Services, Ape Engines, Outlaw Race Car number 125. To his outside, the defending Allen Roy Memorial champion at the Texarkana 67 Speedway for $10,035. It's the D-Berry Texan of Chase Hatton in the number 10X, the Twin City Towing, PTS powered number 10X. That's Chase Hatton, a winner at the Southern Oklahoma Speedway with the Touring Outlaw Modified Series 2 weekends ago. Starting 5th on the grid from Jonesboro, Louisiana, the Battle Wagon Race Car, Cutting Edge Fabrication, Top Rocks, S&W Pipe and Supply. Swilly Escort Services, number J27, that's Vic Case. And to his outside, from Edgewood, Texas, the former Buffalo Bandit, it's Jeff Hammett. In the number 13, the Patriot Racing, RaceON.com Dirt Defender, number 13 for Jeff Hammett. Starting 7th from West Monroe, Louisiana. Driving in the Bobby's Body Shop. The Bobby's Body Shop, Floorworks, Tech Services, number 88 for Logan Gordon. The L88 of Logan Gordon. And the final starter is going to be Thomas Ramsey from Grayson, Louisiana, the 18R. Ramsey in the Tiptoe Chassis, Next Level Designs, Brenda Ramsey, sponsored number 18R. So once again, RaceON viewers, these cars are getting hot laps right before their heat races. The way we're doing things at the Rev here in 2025, you run your hot laps, then you line up for your heat race. So just giving them all 2 to 3 laps, and then they'll line up for heat race number 2 for the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stocks. I want to give a shout out to Cammie Ingalls. She's watching from Ingalls Hill over in Longview, Texas, or Hallsville. And Brandy Nicole watching from Natchitoches, or Natchitoches, I should say, Natchitoches, Louisiana. So they'll back them down and get lined up for heat race number 2 for the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stock Division. Once again, lots of heavy hitters in this one, multiple Memorial champions from the 2024 racing season. As big money for the USRA Factory Stocks is coming, and it's coming soon with the Factory Stocks Showdown at the Super B Speedway for $10,000 to win. That's just a month away. And then we got the $30,000 to win Spring Nationals at the Boot Hill Speedway. And multiple cars on this speedway right now are going to be major threats in that $30,000 to win race at the Boot Hill Speedway. So we'll get them back lined up. John Parker Jr. to be your pole sitter. Caleb Smith to his outside. Mark Underwood Jr., Chase Hatton, Vic Case, Jeff Hammett, Logan Gordon, and Thomas Ramsey are your 8 cars for heat race number 2. This is the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stock Division at the Rev in Monroe, Louisiana. And John Parker Jr. going to get us started in heat race number 2. He was the opening night winner here at the Speedway. Justin Martin's green flag gets us underway for heat race number 2 with the Factory Stocks. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Underwood going to get the edge on Caleb Smith. A push from Chase Hatton. He'll work to the inside of Smith and take third down the back straightaway. The 9 of Parker leads us into 3 and 4. Drifting up the speedway, the 125 of Mark Underwood Jr. trying to track him down. But it's a 5-car length advantage for the number 9 of John Parker Jr. after trip number 1. So Parker leads over Underwood and Hatton. Smith in the 4th position. 5th is Jeff Hammett. 6th, Vic Case. 7th is Logan Gordon. And 8th is Thomas Ramsey. Caleb Smith holding on to the 4th spot right now. Vic Case and Jeff Hammett side by side trying to find a lane around the Chatham, Louisiana, number 93. Hammett going to find a lane off the exit of turn number 2. Gets even down the back straightaway for the 4th position. And they'll head into 3 and 4. The 13 of Jeff Hammett going to move the Patriot Racing number 13 up to the 4th spot. John Parker Jr. still your race leader over the 125 of Mark Underwood Jr. The 10X is Chase Hatton. The 13 of Jeff Hammett. 5th belongs to Caleb Smith. 6th is Vic Case. 7th Logan Gordon. 8th Thomas Ramsey. Halfway down. Mark Underwood Jr. trying to cut into the race lead that the number 9 of John Parker has. Parker with a push out of turn number 2. Here comes the 125 of Underwood. Gonna close the gap in 3 and 4. He's able to stick it to the bottom better than the 9 of Parker. Going to 3 laps to go this time around. The 10X of Hatton trying to find his footing as well. The number 9 of John Parker Jr. still in control, not able to get the car to rotate on the exit of turn 2 or turn 4. And that's where the 125 of Underwood's able to make up his ground. Here comes Underwood to the inside with 2 laps to go. John Parker Jr., Mark Underwood Jr., Chase Hatton, Jeff Hammett, and now Vic Case up into the top 5. Now the 125 of Underwood going to make the same blunder the 9 of Parker's been making on the exit of turn number 2. A big push might have just cost the 125 a chance at this one as the white flag is in the air. One more trip around the Revolution Park here in Monroe, Louisiana. Parker able to get it diamond off the turn number 2 and rotate it down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. The Outlaw race car, original Parker Chairs and Swings, 8 engine powered number 9. John Parker Jr. wins heat race number 2. Mark Underwood Jr. finishes 2nd. 3rd is Chase Hatton. 4th is Jeff Hammett. 5th goes to Vic Case. 6th will be Caleb Smith. 7th is Logan Gordon. And 8th is Thomas Ramsey. Give him a hand, race fans. Your opening night factory stock winner, John Parker Jr., wins heat race number 2 for the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stocks. So that'll wrap up the Banner Ford USRA Factory Stock Heat Races. Gonna take just a second, as next up is our USRA Limited Modifieds, and we have 2 drivers that just competed in that heat race. Chase Hatton and Mark Underwood Jr. are gonna have to hop into their Limited Modifieds and make their way out here of 1 heat for the USRA Limited Modifieds here tonight. Once again, my name's Colin Bell. If you're watching on RaceON.com, feel free to send me a message. This is a wonderful time for me to give some shout-outs. Tracy Cundiff is watching on RaceON.com. Cody Abbott watching from Sumrall, Mississippi. Got Matt Freeman watching from Canton, Texas, cheering on the Buffalo Bandit of Jeff Hammett. Chris Burrows watching from work. As your limited modified heat race pulls to the speedway, these are the 6 of the 8 cars. We're still waiting on those other 2 of Chase Hatton and Mark Underwood Jr. So your lineup will look like this on the pole from Marshall, Texas. In the Boot Hill Speedway, S&S Fishing and Rental, Rollo's Auto Sales, Jones Dirt Work. Number 22, that's going to be Dustin Hennigan. To his outside from DeBerry, Texas. Driving in the Big Days Racing Engines, IRP race car. RKT Signs, number 211, it'll be Chase Hatton. Inside of row number 2, starting from the 3rd spot from Ruston, Louisiana. That's going to be the 99 Junior of Mark Underwood Jr. An IRP race car, Silver Water Pumping Services, Floorworks. Noonan Industries sponsored number 99 Junior for Mark Underwood Jr. To his outside, last weekend's winner at the Super B Speedway and the winner here at the Rev on opening night from Elizabeth, Louisiana. It's the E8 of Ethan Bales. Has 3 wins to his credit this year at 3 different racetracks. He's won at Super B, he's won at Sabine, and he's won here at the Rev. Ethan Bales from in the E8. In the Racing for Tanner, IRP by Tracy Denby 15, Fontenot's Diesel Services, Empire Dirt Works, Bulletproof Tees, number E8, that's Ethan Bales. Your 5th place starter is from Quitman, Louisiana. He drives in the Patton's Plumbing, Next Level Designs, 2M Motorsports, Circle G Farms, Slimy Outdoors, Radar Race Engines, number 6, that's Richie Patton. To his outside, it's going to be Bastrop, Louisiana's 91F for Chris Freeland. Freeland driving in the Freeland Power Sports, CCR Converters, WFO Motorsports, Freeland Land Services, number 91F. Your 7th place starter is from Calhoun, Louisiana. It's the 12 of TJ Bond. He's in the TJ Bond Land Services, Bayou Dental Group, Farm Air Service, RKT Signs, number 12. That's TJ Bond. And the final starter, a 2nd place finisher at the Highway 19 Speedway last night in Canton, Texas, from Farmerville, Louisiana. It is the 54X of Jared Wallace. He's in the BG Painting, Southern Speed, KC Electric, number 54X. So John Harris is watching from Tyler, Texas, cheering on Chase Hatton and Jeff Hammett. The Barnes family and the Warners are watching. Gonna assume from Benton, Louisiana. Landon Harris is, Hardis, Landon Hardis, watching from Jonesboro, Louisiana. So we enjoy getting to see who's watching on RaceON and the viewership and the range that we get here at the Rev. It's already got multiple different states watching on RaceON.com. Again, my name is Colin Bell, the voice of the Rev. Thrilled to be here on a Sunday afternoon for race number 2 of the 2025 racing season at the Rev, presented by Dixie Towing. Got lots of great partners here at the Revolution Park. Fast One Speed Shop, Banner Ford of Monroe, Statement Race Cars, Care Solutions of Monroe, 2B Engineering, O'Neill Gas, United Rental, Gus and Jamie Campbell, Lauren J. Mickey ENT, Southern Roofing, KTVE and KARD news stations here in Monroe, Bulletproof Tees and Bulletproof Racewear, and Base Race Fuel. So we'll slow these guys down and line them up. Once again, here at the Rev, we're doing hot laps right before their heat races. The 54X of Jared Wallace into the infield. Looks like he's not going to be able to run. Looks to have some problems there with the left front suspension in the 54X. Finished second last night in Canton, Texas at the Highway 19 Speedway. So not able to run his heat race tonight. That's unfortunate for the 54X of Jared Wallace. Good to have that driver back in racing. So again, got John Harris watching on RaceON.com. Asa Hall is watching from Calera, Oklahoma. Matt Watkins Sr. from Dangerfield, Texas, Mark Wood watching from Woody's Garage over in Winona, Texas. David and Jessica Tollison, the Moo Crew, watching from Karnak, Texas. As we'll get ready for heat race number 1 of the USRA Limited Modifieds, it's Dustin Hennigan, Chase Hatton, Mark Underwood Jr., Ethan Bales, Richie Hatton, the 91 of Chris Freeland, and TJ Bond. Your last place starter, the 54X of Jared Wallace, not going to be able to compete here. 8 laps the distance. Hennigan and Hatton, 2 East Texas hot shoes, going to get us started here in Monroe for the USRA Limited Modifieds. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Chase Hatton got the win at the 105 Motor Speedway last night. They're nearly 4 wide down the back straightaway. The 2-1-1 of Chase Hatton takes the race lead. Ethan Bales working to the outside of the 22 of Dustin Hennigan. Off of turn number 4 they'll come. Hatton will lead lap number 1, followed by Hennigan, Bales, Underwood, and Patton. They only have 8 limited modifieds here tonight, but there are some very, very good ones. As Dustin Hennigan starting to get the number 22 straightened out. Chase Hatton getting way sideways in turns 3 and 4. Patton gets sideways off of turn 4 and makes contact with the infield tractor tire. Freeland goes around with him, and this is about to be our second appearance of the unsponsored caution flag, just as Dustin Hennigan was making a bid for the race lead to the inside of Chase Hatton. So we're going to beat this horse dead all evening long. It worked last week at Super B. This is unsponsored caution flag number 2 of the evening. If you want your company to be named every time there's a caution here at the Rev, get with us on Facebook. Like I said, it worked over at the Super B Speedway last weekend. Doggy Days has now become the official sponsor of the caution flag over at the Super B Speedway. So Chris Freeland going to be able to continue the IRP race car, number 91, able to drive away. And looks like the number 6 of Richie Patton going to be able to do so as well. Not sure if he'll be able to continue. Everything seems to be turning correctly. That driver made his way down to 105 Motor Speedway last night in Cleveland, Texas as well. Picked up a heat race win and was not able to finish the feature. Beautiful race car there. The Next Level Designs number 6 for Richie Patton. Looks like he's gonna pull it to the infield and call it a night here for the heat race. We'll see him in the A main later tonight. So Chase Hatton has your race lead. Dustin Hennigan in the second spot. Third is Ethan Bales. Fourth is Mark Underwood Jr. Fifth is TJ Bond. And sixth is Chris Freeland. What a start it was for this heat race. They were nearly 3 on 4 wide going into turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, as Bales had to get on the brakes to avoid catastrophe down there with the back straightaway wall. So Chase Hatton's out front with the race lead. The Twin City Towing Club 20 suspension, Crow Towing, IRP race car. RKT signs number 211 for the Mad Hatter from DeBerry, Texas. So Chase Hatton once again got the Touring Outlaw Modified Series win at the Southern Oklahoma Speedway last Saturday night. Dustin Hennigan sitting in the second position in the Boot Hill Speedway, S&S Fishing and Rental, Jones Dirt Company, Rollo's Auto Sales 22, and his outside Ethan Bales looking for his 4th win of the season in the E8. Back to green we go out of turn number 4. A good restart from the E8 of Ethan Bales. He'll throw it to the top in 1 and 2. Hennigan finding dig on the inside of 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, they go side by side for the second position. Hennigan gonna get the edge on the E8 of Bales, and now here comes Underwood. Hatton's loving this as he's able to get away by 5 car lengths, heading back into turns 1 and 2. Underwood works to the inside of Hennigan, can't quite stick with him. Now he'll work by Ethan Bales down the back straightaway. Move Bales back to 4th, Freeland's in 6th, 5th, and 6th is Bond. Hennigan gonna scrub some speed as Chase Hatton continuing to drive away now. Bales gonna put the bumper to the 22 of Hennigan. They'll go 3 wide as they split him. Underwood and Bales both split Hennigan. Hennigan trying to get off the speedway. The 22 going to make his way into the infield. So Chase Hatton with the race lead. Mark Underwood Jr. in second. Ethan Bales is third. TJ Bond in the fourth position. And Chris Freeland is in fifth. Good battle between Underwood and Bales. Those two drivers see a good bit of each other at the Super B Speedway each and every year. Going to be competing with each other here at the Rev in 2025. Bales went way up the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, loses a lot of real estate, but he'll maintain the third spot right now. TJ Bond battling to his inside, trying to take it away. Interesting note that every car on the racetrack is an IRP race car. Now the white flag will wave for the 211 of Chase Hatton, but the 99 Junior of Underwood has gotten way closer than I thought he would. Down the back straightaway, Underwood might have a chance here. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Underwood thinks about a slider, but the bottom's what's got it done for him. The 99 Junior of Mark Underwood Jr. steals the heat race for the limited modifieds. Chase Hatton finishes second. Third is Ethan Bales. Fourth goes to TJ Bond, and fifth will be Chris Freeland. Give him a hand, folks. One of few drivers that has won here at this facility on dirt and asphalt. Steals heat race number 1 out of turn number 4. Mark Underwood Jr. in the 99 Junior. Looks like he broke the left front as he took that heat race win. So thanks to Mr. Ronnie Humphrey watching on RaceON. Said he saw the 99 Junior of Underwood clip the infield tractor tire. He was able to hold on and get the heat race win there. As we'll move into the B-Mod division. This one's going to be interesting. 7 B-Mods here. As opening night did not have any B-Mods here to participate. Tyler Burnett was here but had no one to race against, so decided to take it on home. He's going to be your pole sitter for heat race number 1. He's in an IRP race car, Club 20 suspension, 318 dent repair. Black's Metals, number 51. That's Tyler Burnett from Calhoun, Louisiana. He's going to be the pole sitter. To his outside from Alexandria, Louisiana, the Joel's Auto Sales, Rage Chassis, Dusang Motorsports, number 78 for Braylon Dusang. Your third place starter is from Minden, Louisiana, the Dent Pro Plus, J&J Motorsports, Ruse Designs, Jess Racing Products, Mid-South Telcom, number 53 for Hayden Brown. And starting fourth will be the Houghton, Louisiana driver, the 161 of Remington Bud in the Bud's Construction, Dominator Race Cars, PTS Racing Engines, DuPont Auto Services, number 161. Your fifth place starter is from Sibley, Louisiana, the Payzone Energy Services, Arrowhead Racing Engines, Black Metals, LJ Haddix and Son Hughes Racing Chassis for the 7cc of Colby Williams. To his outside, it's the 47cc of Connor Williams, his twin brother, also from Sibley with all the same sponsors, the Hughes Racing Chassis, 47cc. And your seventh place starter, dubbed number 1 on the B-Mod PowerPoints so far in the 2025 racing season. It's the Blanchard, Louisiana driver of Cody Tupper. Tupper in the Rage Chassis of Badix, Cliffs Welding Service, Club 20 Suspension, Joel's Auto Sales, Napco Bag and Film, number 23. So I want to give a shout out to Brandy Budd watching on RaceON.com from Houghton, Louisiana. Got Paul Pacheco watching on RaceON.com. over there in Mesquite, Texas. My boy Blaine Murphy is watching on RaceON as well. As Colby Williams having problems here in the hot lap session, he pulls into the infield. So not going to get to see the 7cc compete here in the heat race for the B mods. So the 7cc of Colby Williams pulled off the speedway. Hayden Brown followed him in the number 53. Want to give a happy birthday to Philip Richard, or Richard. Going to give both pronunciations just to be safe. Happy birthday, Mr. Philip. Turned 71 yesterday. Brian Hansen watching from Boyd, Texas. Thank you, Mr. Hansen, for enjoying tonight's racing action here at the Rev. So this is the USRA B-Mod class, a very new class to this area, and the first time for this class to run this far into the east part of Louisiana. So Tyler Burnett, your pole sitter, Braylon Dusang, Connor Williams, Remington Budd, and the 23 of Cody Tupper will be your 5 cars on the speedway. It was clear that the 7cc of Colby Williams had problems. He pulled off the speedway. Not sure if Hayden Brown got confused about the format of hot laps into the heat race or if he had problems as well, or perhaps just follow the 7cc, but he's going to miss the heat race as well. So here we go. Tyler Burnett and Braylon Dusang going to lead us to green here in the USRA B-Mod division. The Rage chassis number 78 going to get the advantage heading into turns 1 and 2. The IRP race car number 51 of Tyler Burnett settles into the second spot. 4 different chassis brands making up your top 4 cars as the caution flag is out here early in this one. So the irony here, we have 8 limited modifieds tonight and 7 B-Mods. Nearly all of the limited modifieds are the same chassis, yet nearly all of the B-Mods are different chassis. So your pole sitter is in an IRP. That's Tyler Burnett. To his outside, it's a Rage chassis for the 78 of Braylon Dusang. Remington Budd's in a Dominator race car in the 161. And to his outside, the 47cc is a Hughes Racing chassis for Connor Williams. And also a J2/Rage, whatever you want to call it, for the 23 of Cody Tupper. So Tupper has multiple wins already on the season. The 47cc of Connor Williams has a win at the Texarkana 67 Speedway. That happened last Friday night for the 47cc of Connor Williams. So again, Cody Tupper, multiple wins already this season. Coming at the Boot Hill Speedway. He's got 4 wins to his credit. 1 at Rocket Raceway Park, 2 at Heart of Texas Speedway in Waco, Texas, and 1 at the Boot Hill Speedway. So Cody Tupper chasing his 5th win of the season already, still here in March. So we'll try it again here. Tyler Burnett, Braylon Dusang. We are green out of turn number 4. Dusang with a big push. That's going to cost him spots 2 and 3. Remington Budd works to the inside of the 47cc of Connor Williams and takes away the 2nd spot. Tyler Burnett leads lap number 1. Remington Budd in the 2nd spot. Connor Williams, Dusang into the infield. Came across the nose of Cody Tupper. And that's going to pretty well set Tupper back here tonight. He's going to finish 4th in this race more than likely. We'll see what kind of speed he has out there in clean air. But the 51 of Tyler Burnett leads over the 161 of Remington Budd and the 47cc of Connor Williams. Push for Burnett out of turn number 2. That's going to allow Budd to make up ground. This is Calhoun, Louisiana versus Houghton, Louisiana. The 51 and the 161. Tyler Burnett's B-Mod debut here tonight. Ran a USRA modified and a USRA factory stock the last few years. As his race lead is evaporating, here comes the 161 of Remington Bud. Rem Bud started his season at Votto Raceway Park, and Cody Tupper is up and into the wall in turns 1 and 2. The number 23 will bring out the third unsponsored caution flag of the evening. So Tyler Burnett, your race leader from Calhoun, Louisiana. He's an IRP race car, Club 20 suspension. 318 dent repair, Black's medals, number 51. Remington Bud sitting in the second spot, the 161. The Bud's Construction, DuPont Auto Services, Dominator race car. PTS powered, number 161. And the 47cc from Sibley, Louisiana, Connor Williams. He's in the Black medals, Arrowhead Racing Engines, LJ Haddox and Son. Hughes race car, Payzone Energy Services, Black's medals, 47cc. Good to see the 23 of Tupper able to continue here, as there is visible nose damage there to the 23, so do not believe that we could call that an intentional caution. Clearly some damage there, got up into the wall. So Cody Tupper, we're going to see if he can do anything with those cars being a little bit closer to him, but he's going to have a little bit of aero issues there on the front end of the 23. I believe he might be sent off for an unassisted caution here. Looks like that's going to be the case. The NAPCO number 23 of Cody Tupper will leave the speedway, and we'll have 3 cars to settle it here in the B-Mod heat race. So Tyler Burnett, Remington Bud, and Connor Williams. Your 3 remaining B-Mods on the speedway. So once again, the B-Mod class does not have a title sponsor, along with multiple others. The factory stocks and the street stocks, the only ones with title sponsors here at the Rev. So the 6 other weekly racing divisions, all available for sponsorship. So Tyler Burnett going to get us back underway. Remington Bud chooses the inside for the restart. And Connor Williams going to get a good restart on the outside. 47cc pushes big time in turn number 1. He's going to lose any chance he had at taking the lead down the back straightaway. Rim Bud gets into the second spot. Going to follow the 51 of Tyler Burnett through turns 3 and 4. Now Rim Bud way up the racetrack. The 161 and the 47cc paying favors to the number 51 of Tyler Burnett. Burnett gets a bit low, almost catches the infield tractor tire there on the exit of 2. Just trying to keep the number 51 underneath him. Two laps to go now for Tyler Burnett from Calhoun, Louisiana in the number 51. He's going to push on the exit of turn number 2, but he's got quite an insurance gap to play with here as he'll come around to the white flag this time. Slinging it high and wide out of turn number 4. He'll get to the white flag with an 8-car length advantage over the 161 of Remington Bud. Down the back straightaway, he'll bobble on the exit of 2, but not going to be an issue for him. The IRP Race Car Club 20 suspension, Black's medals, 318 dent repair number 51. Tyler Burnett will win the B-Mod heat race tonight. Remington Bud finishes second in 161, and the 47cc of Connor Williams finishing third.